welcome back to another update video. In this one we're just gonna be going over some stuff I've been doing recently. It's an update video, as it sounds. First, let's go to the markets, cause ADA did something crazy. Yes, ADA has been making some moves. Love to hear it. Just good in general. I've been grinding on this video, or not this video, this course. It's very involved. It's a course learning about Solidity and React, which is the front end, and communicating between the smart contracts written in Solidity and the front end written in JavaScript using React. Kind of complex, and there's a lot of little hoops to jump through, and a lot of imports and random things, files that you need to configure, but I figured it out pretty well because this video or series is very descriptive. Here's kind of this is where I'm at right now. No soup for you. Sorry for stealing your joke, Zach. Yeah. So basically, this is a know your customer. This is KYC, stands for know your customer. Whitelisting. Essentially, what this is going to do, it's going to you can enter your address, any address, and put it in here, and it'll add address to the whitelist. And so this is just some functionality I was testing to see if. So basically, you add the address to the whitelist, and that allows you to purchase a specific token. That purchasing is not quite implemented here yet, but that's the idea. Participated in the hackathon. Our team didn't win, unfortunately. We tried really hard, but we did not have what it took to win. Totally fine. We're gonna come back stronger and hopefully win something else. But yeah, we got 5 likes. It's really nice, and some of the projects that were submitted are really impressive. People spent a lot of time working on those projects. And the after party, there was an after party for the Chainlink Hackathon, which basically meant people kind of go into this little room and they can talk. It's like they have little avatars you can talk. And someone mentioned this thing called Deco, which is pretty cool. Essentially, it's a way of it's a privacy preserving protocol or Oracle protocol. So essentially, it allows you to here's some examples. So it lets users to prove facts about the web TLS sessions to oracles while hiding the privacy and sensitive data. So for example, here's some things that you can prove to an oracle. She's over 18, according to her online U.S. State Department account, without revealing her account password or birth date or even her name to an oracle. So you can just prove to the oracle that you are 18. I'm not really sure how they're going to do it, but they're going to do it. She's won a bet against another user in a smart contract without revealing exactly what that bet is. It's pretty cool if you think about it, because it allows to keep kind of the sensitive data contained while extracting the important parts and that need to be used and processed for like further stuff to happen. So there's that. I made some Solidity flashcards. Pretty rough start, to be honest. Let's check it out. One of the most important features of the blockchain: immutable and decentralized. I would argue. Maybe there's other stuff. But yeah, what is the purpose of Solidity? Well, try smart contracts to interact with the blockchain. That's pretty accurate. So I made 20 of these, and they're all pretty much geared towards Solidity and aiding my learning. I forget a lot of stuff, so I made it easy for myself to write it down and then write the answer, so it just stuck in my head. I've been reading a lot. I've been reading Ultra Learning. It's basically how to master hard skills, outsmart the competition, and accelerate your career. It's a good book. Shane recommended it to me. I've been reading on a Kindle, which is awesome. I recommend getting a Kindle. So nice. What else we got here? Yeah, we can briefly go over. This is the workspace that I've been using to pretty much work with this course, this Udemy course. So this is made. There's 3 smart contracts right here: my token sale, and KYC contract. So this is that know your customer contract that I was talking about, that you saw over here, the React app, KYC whitelisting. So this function is this function right here. So you can take in a contract address, boom, you set it to true. This basically says that this contract is on the whitelist, and this address is on the whitelist, and it is able to do some function. That function is going to be buying tokens, not implemented yet. Another thing I picked up on is testing. Testing is huge. I didn't coming from Python and C++, I did some testing, but really not much. It was more getting the code to work and then kind of just writing some razzle-dazzle tests that didn't really do anything, and just ship the code because I never had to do anything that was production level or important. So testing's huge. I've been working a lot. There's these imports up here. There's tons of imports for these tests. That's one of the most annoying things about Solidity. I mean, all these imports, the files need to communicate with each other. So to do that, you need to have imports. And I didn't really do a whole lot of like inter-file communication and beforehand. And so this is kind of like it was all contained in one file. Now it's going to be all over these. There's 5 different files right here. There's 6 different files right here. So they're all communicating. So this is a test file. You can make a token sale contract, and you pretty much test these it functions, which will be like, okay, there shouldn't be any coins in my account, and it's going to test. This is what the test description is, and so then you kind of test it. You expect some return value. If it is the return value that expected, good, move on. If not, it'll throw an error and the test has failed. This is a try setup, which is pretty much just an import statement, but in a file. So this file is completely dedicated to import statements or importing variables and libraries. And then app.js. This is where the front end magic happens. And yeah, I'm really new to the front end part, so it's still a work in progress. But the general concept of this whole thing is that there's components in React, and those components can be modified in many different ways. And there's interaction down here in the render, which pretty much will take this HTML. I believe, yeah, it's HTML, and it'll render it, and then I give you an input right here, an input box, and then a button, and those two correlate to this input box and this button right here. So that's just a brief update of what I've been doing. I know, not really specific, or maybe sometimes too specific, but yeah, I'm just trying to keep a good update video for myself so I can go back and look, and if it's interesting for anyone, great. That's all I'm here for.